Good morning. I thought I'd share something with you. This is my altar. This is my ancestral altar. This is where I burn my incense and that to give offerings to my ancestors, for all the blessings that I receive. And I've been receiving a lot of blessings because my primary totem now is dragon. Obviously, dragons rule ancestry and time. So I wanted to show you something as an Indigenous woman and as a high priestess, what I do with the ashes and the sticks once the offering has been burnt. So see here, I light an incense every morning to say good morning to the ancestors and to thank them for the previous day's blessings and for blessings to come for today. Whether it be things like, the love of my children, or actual blessings like, saving money on a bill, or, finding some food really cheap, or, like that. Those little things are blessings when you're struggling financially, when you're on a very tight budget and, you get a pack of meat that's incredibly reduced to clear. That means you get to have meat. Like these little things are, people don't realise that these are blessings, they're rewards that you get to ease your burdens and help lighten your load. When you are grateful for the little blessings you receive and you give offerings to your ancestors for allowing you to have these blessings, you have to pay it forward. So I'm going to show you one of the little things that I do with the burnt offerings of my incense. Like with the biblical, in the Bible they give burnt offerings as well, but mine are the good kind and not, the ones who worshipped Baphomet or Baal, not those in the temples, the burnt offerings that they gave Baal in the Bible, not that kind of burnt offerings. Mine is the blessed kind, mine is the ancestral Indigenous kind. So there's grandmother tree, and the sun. That's my sister's headscarf. She wore that when she had leukemia. The red and white is obviously, ancestral connection. Red for passion, determination, drive, the light of creation, your time and ancestry, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I burnt this one this morning. I burnt a rose one this morning. My grandmother, my Egyptian grandmother, her name was Rosie. So see how I've got all this here? I'm going to show you what I do. I've got to hold the camera, so I put my little box of ashes here, only because I'm holding the camera, but I do scrape it into the box. I'm just going to light another one. Just let me put it down for a sec. I don't think I need to put it down. I'm going to choose a sandalwood one because of what I'm about to do. Holding it in my mouth because I'm holding the camera with my other hand. The words I'm about to speak are very important, so I'm lighting it, holding the incense in my mouth. This one's sandalwood. Right. That's my little, it was supposed to be an incense holder, but there wasn't a hole in it to hold it. So, but I'm Year of the Rabbit. So, now see how you get these, sometimes you'll get incense that don't burn. It doesn't matter how many times you light them, they won't burn. Put them in the box as well. So here's my little box that I used to collect all the sticks and ashes, and I'm going to show you what I do with them. My protected housing because of my situation, so I have security keys and that to get in and out of my building. So see my little garden, our little communal garden. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now you'll notice that at the moment there's a lot going on in the world, and our poor grandmother is going through hell. She's feeling a lot of pain with the earthquakes and cyclones and all these natural disasters, what's going on in Ohio. So because incense is made of all things of the earth and the sticks are made of bamboo, I release the offerings back into the earth. Do it in the morning so that the dew, the spring dew and the rains will take that back into the earth because it's pure, because it's been purified with the blood of my ancestors and the blood of Christ, if you want to look at it that way. That'll go back into the earth and help heal grandmother. It's, there's all pure intentions in there. You cannot do this if you're not pure of heart, if you're not a high priestess or high priest or shaman who's pure of heart. Us Indigenous people put a protective bubble over our grandmother, our Papatūānuku, centuries and centuries ago. So if you try to take soil from the earth or put anything into the earth that isn't pure of heart, that can do damage with your toxicity or your negative intentions, it bounces back and comes back as karma. Because, we Indigenous people protect our planet, we protect our grandmother. We know what to do and what not to do. You'll notice as well that it's a cardboard box and not like a plastic container or anything like that. We know what to do. We protect our planet. She's our grandmother and we look after our grandmother. Indigenous people look after their elders. And so this is like a few days of pure intentions, now going back into the earth in the hopes of helping heal grandmother. Now there is actually a raspberry bush here. They've trimmed it back at the moment, but there is a raspberry bush. And it means that when it starts blooming again and bearing fruit, I'll be able to pick the raspberries to put in my jam. So this is my little backyard. See the nests? So now look, this is one of the reasons why I do it. See my Ghiblis gourmet goodies? I'm now going to give them as an offering to the birds, to thank them for their protection, for watching over our neighbourhood. There's a lot of elderly people and disabled people in my area. So now as the sun's coming up, good morning Mother Sun, and you can hear the birds. They're saying she's put food out. You can hear them. They know I've put food out, they're putting the call out. So they'll eat the offerings, feed their babies, and so it's Indigenous people always put back what they take from the earth, and this is me putting it back. So now I've given the offering to the birds, and when they poop over the neighbourhood, they'll protect all the elderly people in my area because they're so lovely. The pensioners in that here are so good to me. They're so kind. They're very, very protective of me. I was even told that the other day, don't worry, we'll protect you here. And these disabled people as well. So I'm protecting them, because they look after me, I'm looking after them. And we get the birds to help them. So there's the sun coming up now, and that's my little ritual as an Indigenous woman and high priestess. I'm doing my bit for humanity and for my lovely little neighbourhood. And I just thought I'd share it. Good morning and have a beautiful Sunday. Mwah.